The Jefferson family's peaceful new life in the Ohio countryside took an unexpected and heartwarming turn when a peculiar squirrel began showing up at their home every single day. It wasn't like the other wildlife they had grown used to seeing. It didn't search for food or flee at the sight of people. Instead, it circled the house, tapped insistently on their window, and acted as though it was trying to get their attention. The family left snacks out, assuming it was hungry, but to their surprise, the squirrel ignored every offering. Its behavior, though amusing to the children at first, quickly became a mystery that Steve and Paula desperately wanted to solve. After nearly 2 weeks of visits, Steve decided to leave the window open, determined to see what the squirrel would do if it could finally enter their home. The opportunity came one warm afternoon while the family was enjoying the garden. The back door had been left wide open, and without hesitation, the squirrel leapt over the fence, dashed inside, and bolted straight upstairs. The Jeffersons scrambled to follow it, splitting up to search the house. After combing through the first and second floors with no luck, they realized the only place left to check was the attic. Normally closed off, the attic stairs had been left down that day. Steve climbed up and followed faint scratching sounds until he spotted the squirrel nestled inside a slightly open cardboard box. Inside were belongings they had never touched, items left behind by the home's previous owner. The squirrel seemed calm and unafraid, almost as if it had found something familiar in the dusty box. The discovery sparked a thought in Steve's mind, and he decided to call the elderly woman who had sold them the house. When he explained the visits, there was a long pause before her voice broke with emotion. She knew exactly which squirrel it was. Years earlier, she had found a baby squirrel abandoned in the forest. She took it in, nursed it back to health, and when it was strong enough, released it back into the wild. But the squirrel never truly left. It returned now and then, perhaps for food, perhaps because it still remembered her scent and the comfort of her presence. Wanting to give the animal a proper reunion, Steve and Paula invited the woman to visit. They placed the old box outside under shelter, and over the next week, the squirrel began spending nearly all its time near it, sleeping close, nibbling on the food the Jeffersons left, and occasionally peering toward the yard as if expecting someone. When the woman finally arrived, the squirrel approached cautiously, then froze before inching closer. In moments, recognition seemed to spark. It was the same gentle, trusting look she had known years ago. The reunion was brief but touching. Though the woman couldn't take the animal with her, she collected her belongings, shared a quiet goodbye, and left. From that day forward, the squirrel never returned. With the box gone, its reason for visiting seemed to fade away as well. The Jeffersons were left with a mix of sadness and wonder, knowing they had been part of an extraordinary connection between a wild creature and the person who had once saved its life. It was a reminder that some bonds, no matter how unlikely, can endure for years, and that even in the vastness of the forest, love and memory can guide a small soul back home.